I guess what I would say and to those members and to the folks that sit here, that you can learn from John Lewis, and this is what I learned from the man, is that, as Marlon said, he knew who he was genuine about it, and he wasn't opposed to doing the work. And he also did it by action. I mean, there's so much hot air in this town, and we all know that. And you know who the blowhards are, and you know who the real ones are. And I guess I am a former member, so I can speak freely, but I won't name names because that would violate the code. But there's some good men and women here. There really is. I'm so grateful to you, Jane, for honoring this beautiful building and what the society does. And watching John get on his knees at the end of my tenure, and he's getting frail, and he's showing the wounds of age, if you would, and caused a little good trouble as he got down in the well and sat and stood up for what he believed in. And you know, I had some members like, what is this, a theater? I go, theater? I go, let's go over and talk to the man and actually have a conversation. And maybe you got one of these, use them in that proportion, you might learn something. And John had an opportunity to share and say, it's okay to cause a little good trouble. It's okay to be a little disruptive, but do it with respect, do it with humility, do it with open ears and hearts to your fellow man's journey and what they may have to offer. And I'll just tell you, it inspired me to start the Problem Solvers Caucus, that bipartisan group of Congress that we did so much. My best friend in Congress is Josh Gottheimer. I still talk to him on a regular day. I went to his daughter's bar mitzvah. I don't even know if these are the right terms, but never been to one, but seeing Josh up on a little chair just made us laugh. And now we're going to his son's Ben bar mitzvah, and just being willing to expose yourself to that. And I just end with January 6th was such a dark day, and I still carry wounds from that day that I'll never forget, being stranded out there on the grounds between my office and the floor, and experiencing that firsthand, and going back to the floor and reconvening and finishing the hard work of democracy. And I was so honored to see my friend, the Vice President Mike Pence, lead that finish to the line. But I went over, and I'll never forget, Liz Cheney gave me her 20 minutes of time because no one else would. And I used that time, and I split it with my friend Josh Gottheimer, and I gave a speech that night with tears in my eyes, honoring the blood of people like John Lewis and people like my father, and went across that aisle, across the diet, which is a no-no in this town, as we all know, in the chamber, and stood there arm in arm with my brother Josh to maybe try to just learn the lesson and pass it on to the next generation like John did to me. Say, you know, there's moments in your life you got to do the right thing, and that was one of them. And that inspired me, and I'm just grateful to be part of his journey and being able to share just a brief moment of his life that I know he's touched so many individuals in the same way. So I'm grateful.